It's okay. This is easier. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Yasodhanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasodhanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Yasodhanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasodhanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari Yasodhanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasodhanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamunatiravanachari. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveda Bhaktivinoda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Looks like it's not on the board, so I'll just go through it myself. So, you know how to do it? Okay. Huh? This is the one, 18.2, I think. This is the one, 18.2. Chapter 18, text 2. You need the Sanskrit though. Okay. 18.2, yeah. That's the translation, you need the Sanskrit. Yeah, is a Sanskrit coming. Sanskrit. You know the Roman translation of the Sanskrit. That's the one, yeah. Yeah, then everyone can see it, yeah. That's good. Make it bigger. Okay, that's good. Is that the one? No. No, the Sanskrit is not coming. It's okay. I'll just go through it myself otherwise. That's the purport. Go up. That's the one, yeah. That's the one, yeah. Okay, that's good. Okay, Sri Bhagwan Uvacha. Kamyaninam karmaninam niyasam. Sanyasam kavayo vidu. Sarva karma phala taktvam. Prahus taktvam vachasisuma. Sri Bhagwan Uvacha. Kamayam nayasam. Sanyasam kavayo vidu. Sarva karma phala taktvam. Prahus taktvam vachasisanae. Sri Bhagwan Uvacha. Kamayam nayasam. Sanyasam kavayo vidu. Sarva karma phala taktvam. Prahu taktvam vachaksinae. Anyone want to try? Sri Bhagwan Uvacha. Uvacha. Okay, anyone else? Okay, word for word. Sri Bhagwan Uvacha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Kamayam, with desire, Kamanam, of activities, Nayasam, renunciation, Sannyasam, the renounced order of life, Kevaya, the learned, Vidu, know, Sarva, of all, Karma, activities, Phala, results, Tagtam, renunciation, Prahu, call, Takam, renunciation, Vachaksine, the experienced. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. You can close the door. Here. The Supreme Personality of God said, the giving up of activities that are based on material desire is what learned men call the renounced order of life, sannyas. And giving up of the results of all activities is what the wise call renunciation, tattva. You can repeat after me. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, the giving up of activities that are based on material desire is what great learned men call the renounced order of life, sannyas. And giving up of the results of all activities is what the wise call renunciation, tattva. Srila Prabhupada's purport. The performance of activities for results has to be given up. This is the instruction of Bhagavad Gita, but activities leading to advanced spiritual knowledge are not to be given up. This will be made clear in the next verses. In the Vedic literature, there are many prescriptions for methods for performance of sacrifices for some particular purpose. There are certain sacrifices performed to attain a good son or attain elevation to the higher planets, but sacrifices prompted by material desires should be stopped. However, sacrifice for the purification of one's heart or for the advancement in spiritual science should not be given up. Om Agyanti Mandasya Gana Gana Salakaya Chakshu Militamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Mano Bhishtam Stapita Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pasaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachayine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasta Chai Satarine. So, in this world, in order to survive in this material world, this is called karma bhumi. So everything is based on karma in the material world. So everyone has to do some kind of sacrifice. Without sacrifice, one cannot achieve any results. So we see even the non-devotees, they do sacrifice. They work very hard to achieve, to become rich or to achieve, to buy something. But the only thing is, in the material world, it's all based on karma, good and bad. But there's a higher level of sacrifice, which is eternal, which is sacrifice for spiritual practices. And this comes by the association of those who are doing the spiritual practices. Because it's Kali Yuga, the times are difficult. In previous ages, you used to get great sages and saints coming down, demigods. But in Kali Yuga, they don't come because it's too contaminating. But Lord Chaitanya himself has come down to show the way. It's Krishna himself come as a devotee and he's showing the way. By following his example, we can achieve perfection very quickly. When we talk of Krishna, Krishna is never alone. So, just like a king or a government goes anywhere, they're alone, they come with their associates. So when you speak of Krishna, he's coming with his associates, his devotees. Now you can put the bell up like that. I'll show you how to do it. Yeah, that's it, yeah. Ringing doesn't happen, that's good, yeah. That's good. So, and the example of this is with the association of devotees, even if one has bad intentions, one's bad intentions will be purified. And there's a example of this is Kashyapa Muni or Kadama Muni and Kashyapa Muni and his wife, they were Aditi. So Aditi had two sons, who Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha. So because Lord Vishnu had killed them, she wanted to kill Indra. So she faithfully served her wife. She served her husband, Kashyapa. And then she asked for this blessing. But then Kashyapa, he asked her to do the Prayavata vow. And he said to her that if you do this vow very strictly, you get a son who can kill Indra. But if you have any discrepancy, then you get a son who's a friend of Indra. So demigods are, they're powerful, they're more than powerful than us. So Indra was very observant in Aditi's for Aditi's vow, what she was doing. And one time he found a discrepancy where she didn't wash her mouth and hands. So he entered the womb and he cut the embryo in half. Then he cut it in half again. So in this way 49 maruds came in, 49. But the embryo didn't die. So this is Krishna's potency. These maruds, they became friends of Indra. So they were surprised. She was surprised because generally a wife wants children. And she was surprised that there were 49 children that came to her. And Indra was surprised also that they became his friends. So this is the benefit of association of great souls. That she had this intention of killing Indra, but then she got children that were friends of Indra, and she was happy that she had 49 children. So it says in Brihad Bhagavatamrita that the essence of everything is to have discussions on spiritual subjects with devotees. By having the spiritual discussions, then your heart becomes purified. Even though in the Prabhupada it says people do sacrifices for having good sun or 10 heavenly planets, but if they hear the discussions with devotees, then these desires will get purified. Because they'll understand the temporary nature of these things. The material world is contaminated by three modes of nature. So, unless one does spiritual practices like getting up in the morning, discipline, sadhana, chanting Krishna's names, serving Vaishnavas, one will be affected with the three modes. And then in Kali Yuga is very contaminating. That one gets diverted to impure things. So, so the devotees, they actually benefit the world, they benefit human society by purifying them, coming to the higher platform. So the devotees are giving the mercy out, but the people have to be open for the mercy also. So this Krishna consciousness is science. Unless it's learned from the scripture and the devotees, and is discussed through hearing and seeing through the eyes of scriptures, one will not get the complete vision what's correct. One may get something else which is not correct. So, so the human life, we have this high intelligence to make inquiry how to come out of the cycle of birth and death. Animals can't do that. They just go by instinct. Human beings got this high intelligence to inquire about who is God, how to come out of this suffering. So, there is 5 levels of existence. There is Annamaya, Pranamaya, Jnanamaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya. So when one is born, one is food, he's searching for food. Pranamaya. If he gets food, he's happy. The child, he wants food, like that. So then Pranamaya, Jnanamaya is we want relationships. So next one is people play cricket, football, they play with their friends, they're looking for relationships. Then there's Pranamaya, Jnanamaya, Vijnanamaya. Vijnanamaya is where Jnanamaya, Pranamaya, yeah. So the third one is one is speculating about the theory in life. What is the truth? One is going by his own limitations, how to work out things. So we see this with philosophers, scientists, even students. They try and work out their way, how to see the truth. But even that will take a long time. In previous ages that was done. The lifespan was longer. Like in Dwapara, people live for 1,000 years. Treta, people live for 10,000 years. Satya, people live for 60,000 years. When Kali Yuga, people live for 100 years max. And even not that, maybe 60 years. As Kali Yuga advances, people who live for 30 years or 20 years will be considered old man. So, to go on the approach of trying to work out the truth with our own intellect, it will take many births. So, Vijnanamaya is searching for the absolute truth. So that comes if one learns to be a deep thinker. Unless one is a deep thinker, he cannot approach the absolute truth. And then having really re-establishing that relationship, then the Anandamaya comes in, where the relationship becomes established, and then once that's there, then everything in this world, you're in it, but you don't be affected by it because you have a high relationship with Krishna. So, Narottam Das Thakur, he says, everything in the material world is like an ocean of salt. The pastimes of Radha and Krishna are like ocean of nectar. So, how to access this ocean of nectar? One has to go through the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and 6 Goswamis. So they're giving us a way how to access this nectar. So there's a history how Lord Chaitanya gave this Krishna Prem to everybody without discrimination. He made the Buddhists into devotees, the Mayavadis. He also gave it to everyone without discrimination, women, children, everyone. Even he made the animals in Jharakhanda chant Hare Krishna with him, the lions, the deers, the elephants, the birds, snakes, they all chanting Hare Krishna in Jharakhanda. Lord Chaitanya gave this mercy to everybody. So, so that same mercy Lord Chaitanya gave to everybody is even accessible now. And that's being done by the Krishna consciousness movement. So, in the Chaitanya Mangal, Lord Chaitanya said, the people who I could not capture in my net, then I'm going to send my Senapati Bhakta, chief commander of the army, and he's going to spread the holy name of Krishna around the world. In this way, he'll capture everyone. So, the process which is coming down through parampara is a very simple process. But one has to be simple-hearted. If one is over-intelligent, he cannot access this path. So, Srila Prabhupada, in his lectures, he emphasizes a point. In order to take to Krishna consciousness, one has to understand he is not the body. So unless one has this understanding, practicing of spiritual life doesn't begin. So this is, to come to this point of understanding you're not the body, one has to take to this chanting of Hare Krishna. Ideally, one should try and come for the morning program, 4:30 Mangal Arati, then japa with devotees, then dress new outfits for the deities, Guru Puja to Srila Prabhupada here in class. This will give one strength to come to that platform, understanding you're not the body. But somehow or other one has to be in contact with devotees, and because everything in the material world is temporary, nothing is permanent here. At some point, one will have to give up his work. One cannot work eternally the way someone is doing it. Some point, changes come in life. The body we have changes. Nothing is permanent here. Everything is temporary here. So, but as individual souls, we are eternal. So, Srila Prabhupada, he gave the argument, he said, even 5 million years, what is 5 million years? It's just a flash in eternity. Because from Mahavishnu's point of view, who creates from his body unlimited universes are coming out, the life of Brahma, which is 311 trillion 40 billion years according to earthly calculation, is just under half a second. So, from Krishna's point of view, our suffering is very tiny. So, the difficulty comes in when we start identifying with the body. Then the difficulty comes. But if we access this spiritual knowledge through Bhagavad Gita and we discuss it with devotees, then through knowledge is like fire, it burns up ignorance. People pay so much money to gain knowledge in the outside world. They go to university, colleges, but this knowledge, you don't have to pay anything. It's free of charge. Only qualification is you have to be greedy to hear it and discuss it with devotees. And just by this endeavor, the perfection will come. It says there's two kinds of holy places. One is going to the holy place. The other one are the devotees. The devotees are the holy place. Wherever they go, they make it into a holy place. So in this particular time period, we are very fortunate that if we take to this path, even though the times are difficult in the outside world, but by taking to the path of Krishna consciousness, our future is very bright. Shishi Radha Gokulanda ki jai. In the karmis in the outside world, the non-devotees, they say, trust no future however bright. For the devotees, the future is bright. Because it says, Krishna Surya Samama Hey Andikar, Yaha Krishna Se Adhikar. That wherever there is Krishna, there is no darkness. Krishna is like the sun. So if you're present in front of the sun, there is no question of darkness. When you turn your back on the sun, darkness is there. So this is a secret in spiritual life, that one has to have Krishna in the center. Now, Srila Prabhupada says in the Bhagavad Gita, in the 18th chapter, he mentions in the purports, that to have that faith in Krishna takes many lifetimes. Unless one has done austerity in previous lives, to have that faith in Krishna is not so easy. So this is where the devotees come in. The devotees come in to help you strengthen that faith. So there are certain instances in life where you get confused, you don't know what's going on. So Prabhupada said, I have my plan, you have your plan, and Krishna has his plan. So if you go by Krishna's plan, there is no confusion, because whatever Krishna does is perfect. Whatever we may do may not be perfect. So Srila Prabhupada gave the argument in Russia to Professor Kotavsky. He said, you follow Lenin, we follow Krishna. But you have to have a leader. In this world, you cannot survive without following a leader. So Krishna has spoken the Bhagavad Gita directly for our benefit, and it's coming through a line of parampara. So, if you read Bhagavad Gita as it is, we serve the devotees who are free from lust, and we take to the chanting Hare Krishna. And we pray to Lord Chaitanya, because he says by Lord Chaitanya's mercy, the difficult things become easy. And without Lord Chaitanya's mercy, the easy things become difficult. And the proof of this is the Krishna conscious movement. How we see many people from different backgrounds in the West are becoming devotees. And these people are coming from a background which are not very pure backgrounds. But once they hear about Lord Chaitanya, they read Prabhupada's books, they become pure. They follow all the line of purity, no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex. So it's something you have to try out. And following this path is you have to have the good association. Because Prabhupada comments in the teaching of Queen Kunti, he says, Maya is Krishna's police agent. And she has two purposes, to see whether you want to serve Krishna or disturb Krishna. So if you want to serve Krishna, then she may test you a little bit. But if she sees you're serious, then she'll allow you to serve Krishna. But then if you want to disturb Krishna, then she's got two potencies. Pratyashmika and Adhyatmika. The Pratyashmika covers your vision, Adhyatmika throws you. So, Prabhupada explains in the 7th canto of Bhagavatam, he says, serving anyone in this world is not easy because people demand so much from you, But serving Krishna is easy because he just wants your devotion. And then adjusting with devotees is not so difficult because if Krishna is the center, everything works out nicely. Even though there could be different opinion of devotees how to serve Krishna, that could be there. But if you're chanting holy name, then Krishna gives you intelligence how to serve him. So that's the mystery of Krishna consciousness, that Krishna is always behind you, how to approach him. There are many people who people in this world look up to heroes, They have many heroes. They look up in the television, whatever, go to shows, whatever. But actually, many of the heroes in this world, they die eventually and people don't even think about it. They just disappear in time. But the real heroes are the spiritual masters. They're coming in line of disciplic succession. They're the real heroes because they are connecting us to Krishna. So, in order to approach Krishna, it takes many lifetimes. But if you approach the devotees and we learn from them, in this very lifetime we can connect to Krishna in this very life, and at the end we go back to Godhead. So Prabhupada comments in the 10th canto purport, he says, in the 10th canto, he says, you sit on this side. He says that even to call Krishna to this world is a material desire, because like Vasudeva and Devaki, they did that. It took them 12,000 years. But to go back to God is easy, not difficult. You follow what the acharyas are saying, what Srila Prabhupada is teaching, take to chanting Hare Krishna, you learn the 10 offenses against the holy name. Very simple. And read Prabhupada's books, you hear his lectures. That in this very lifetime, your connection with Krishna is there. And what to say about when you leave this world? You go back to Godhead, eternal happiness. So, the argument is there. People may say, I've endeavored so much for gaining material happiness in the outside world. Now you're asking me to give up all that and take to the spiritual path. Many people think taking to the spiritual path means you have to renounce the world, But Lord Chaitanya is not saying that. He's saying, you take to the chanting of Hare Krishna, then renunciation will come in time. It won't be all of a sudden. But in time the renunciation will come. So it's like getting a higher taste. Once you have a higher taste, then the lower taste disappears. So the problem is, people want to enjoy matter, but they want to enjoy, we are eternal, we are spiritual by nature. But we are trying to enjoy the eternity of spirituality through matter. Well, this is where the frustration comes. Because we cannot do that, because everything here is temporary. For Krishna, whether he's in the spiritual world or the material world, makes no difference. The example is given. Just like Krishna, he's in the heart of a hog, he's in the heart of a dog. So that doesn't mean Krishna gets contaminated. He's in his Vaikuntha bubble. So, as individuals, we have to enter that Vaikuntha bubble with Krishna. And that entering that Vaikuntha bubble comes by chanting holy name and serving the Vaishnavas. So once you enter that Vaikuntha bubble, then you don't get affected by the outside world. Only thing is, you have to be serious about it. Krishna consciousness can only be taken for those who are serious. If one is not serious, he cannot take to Krishna consciousness. But in Kali Yuga, the blessing is that if one does take to Krishna consciousness, in a very short life, he can go back to Godhead. That's the blessing of Kali Yuga. So even Maharaj Pariksit, when he was touring the world, he saw someone hitting the bull and the cow, cutting the legs of the bull and the cow. And Maharaj Pariksit, as a Kshatriya, in previous times, the king used to rule the world. He used to do punishment directly. So he was going to kill that traitor. But then Kali, who's the personification of the age, he came and humbly prayed to Maharaj Pariksit that, please give me a place where I can stay. I know I cannot stay in your kingdom. So Maharaj Pariksit, he gave him 4 places where there is beat eating, intoxication, gambling, illicit sex, where gold is being hoarded. But then Maharaj Pariksit didn't kill Kali because he could see some good qualities behind Kali. That it's simply by chanting the holy name, one can go back to Godhead very quick. In other ages, one cannot do that. We see even in this country, rich people, generally, they cannot take to Krishna consciousness because they're too attached to the opulences. So in previous ages, people had more opulences than the age we are in now. So for them to take to chanting was very difficult. They could not do it. The faith wasn't there. They felt doing austerity was higher than doing chanting. But chanting the holy name is there in all the ages. So, in this particular age, we are very fortunate that Lord Chaitanya has directly come. He's teaching the way, he's showing the way. And if we just follow his teachings, I think Gaur Purnima is coming 13th of March. So we'll be promoting the Chaitanya Charitamrita, this whole life set of Lord Chaitanya's life. So you can read that biography or buy teachings of Lord Chaitanya, that's another one, short, abridged version. And then by going through Lord Chaitanya's teachings, then you see things become very easy. The reason why Lord Chaitanya didn't display his form as Krishna in Kali Yuga when he came is because otherwise people would have imitated being Krishna, and they were going to go contaminated. So that's why he came as a devotee, to show the way. When Krishna came 5,000 years back, even though he said, if you surrender to me, I'm free from all sinful reactions, people couldn't accept that. So Lord Chaitanya, to show that contradiction, to resolve, because if people had to surrender like that, how many would do it? How many can just surrender like that? It's not so easy. So Lord Chaitanya resolved that contradiction by saying, if you take to this chanting of Hare Krishna and you worship Krishna, then that surrender will come in time. Any questions or comments?
Was the chanting of Hare Krishna as effective as it is in this age and previous ages?
Yeah.
And why was it only made prominent in the age of Kali?
Because it's the only process people can take to. People cannot do meditation, they cannot do fire sacrifices, they cannot do yoga, go to the Himalayas.
Why can't they do it?
I mean, how many can go to the Himalayas?
I mean, meditation and...
It's a Kali Yuga is very contaminating. It's not so easy. Maybe a few can do it, but for the majority they can't do it. If you take the majority, they can't do it. He says in the higher planets, the process of meditation is there. No, the meditation is not so easy in Kali Yuga. The mind is very fickle.
Hare Krishna chanting is the biggest chanting.
Huh?
Hare Krishna chanting is the biggest one. Chanting. Whatever Radha.
No. Actually, it says in Chaitanya Bhagavad, Lord Chaitanya, he came to teach the way how to approach Radha and Krishna. So we have to go by what Lord Chaitanya is teaching. So Lord Chaitanya is teaching us to chant Hare Krishna. This is it. Lord Chaitanya is a Yuga avatar for this age. So we have to accept what Lord Chaitanya is teaching. It says, in a time of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, there were 13 upper sampradayas who made up their own teachings about Lord Chaitanya. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he exposed those sampradayas. So you have to find out what the real sampradaya is. This is it. Like that. Because unless someone is coming in line of proper parampara, teaching will take you somewhere else.
So you have that, the Maha Mantra is to achieve specific goal, the love of God, right? Love of God. That brings us back to, takes us to Godhead. But there are other mantras which are useful. And it's okay for people to use those mantras as well. And their way towards this finding the love of God.
The thing is, it says in scriptures, unless you get a mantra from a spiritual master, mantra has no potency. So you have to get it from a bona fide spiritual master.
So in the event that it's a spiritual master on a social media platform,
You have to go.
may not be bona fide.
You have to go through the parampara, proper parampara system. Unless you go through proper parampara, the mantra will not have much potency. So initially, Lord Chaitanya gave it to everybody. So then at some point, you have to link to the parampara. Because according to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he says, unless you link to the parampara, even though you may do devotional service, you're just occurring spiritual piety. So your devotional service hasn't started. So the spiritual master is the one who takes your karma away. He prays to Krishna on your behalf. And then he links you to Krishna like that. Your relationship becomes very close.
What of those that are self-realized?
No, but you have to find out the parampara. There's 4 paramparas which are bona fide. The line of Lakshmi Devi, Ramanuja, Nimbaka, that's Kumaras, Vishnu Swami, that's Lord Shiva, and Brahma, which is the Madhva Gaudiya, which is our one. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says in one of his quotes, because his picture is there at the end, he explains that in the future, all these 3 paramparas will come into this one, because Lord Chaitanya appeared in this one, the Brahma Sampradaya. So, in time, people will understand the greatness of Lord Chaitanya. They understand the greatness of Srila Prabhupada. Example can be given, just like if you are near a big mountain, you may not see the greatness of the mountain. But as you go further and further away, you see the greatness of the mountain. So in time, you see Krishna consciousness, Prabhupada's teachings will be very prominent everywhere. I think I should stop now. It's 5 minutes left. We can discuss outside. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Bhagavad Gita ki jai.
Yeah, that's the stand, no?
Did you want me to put a different thing on the screen?
Yeah, this is fine.
This one's okay?
Yeah, this is, yeah, perfect.
You still do that. You still do the water.
You were here until
Maybe until 8 o'clock at
8
least.
o'clock. It's 7:30 Tuesday, remember?
Yeah.
I think I should do kind of every month rather than every Tuesday, 6 hours continuously. I think that would be good.
Which day we have to decide?
I think once a month, 6 hours continuously, rather than every week commitment. Every week. I know nothing, no problem for you, but there might be problem for others.
Yeah.
This. Okay. So today what we do, it's just a trial period and
Yeah.
see
Yeah,
this.
sure,
I just wanted to see.
Whichever we can support you.